So here's the lowdown on what people are doing. So first of all, they're buying all the lentil beans by bulk. Well, it's not really bulk. Lentil is a very cheap product. You can get it for 89 cents at Walmart, about a pound of it. So poor people will go into Walmart, or they'll go into Kroger, and they will, or any Albertsons or whatever, and they'll buy a bag of lentil for 89 cents. So the rich people are going in to the supermarket, and because they have money, they're buying up all the poor people food. Same with pasta. You can get pasta at Walmart for, I don't know, 86 cents a pound. So a person that's very, very poor depends on spending like $10 in groceries. That bill is going to be $20, which is going to affect other bills that they have to pay. So the grocery bills are actually going up in price. So if you were trying to go in the grocery store, and let's say you got 3 bags of lentil, and you got a couple sticks of pasta, and then of course your staple of being poor, your staple would be ramen noodle. They have bought up all the ramen. So the rich people have gone inside and bought up a prisoner's favorite food, or only food in prison, or you got a speed trap right here. Right down this road right here. See, also, that's illegal. That's violating the public safety right there. Doesn't even have his flashers on. So he's breaking the law so that he can make the department more money. But anyway, the rich people are buying up all the ramen noodle, which is like a prisoner's favorite food or only food, because the prisoners can buy ramen noodle. Or poor people's only food. I won't say favorite food, but the food that they flock to because it's very, very cheap. So they'll buy the ramen noodle or the pasta that's 86 cents. It's very cheap. And they'll buy it by bulk, or they'll buy, not bulk, but they're buying a ton of it, a lot of it, and taking it home saying, hey, this is going to last me for 6 months. Toilet paper is not that big of a deal because you can always find ways to make a bidet. But food, that's a big deal. It's a very big deal. Gasoline is a big deal, but not as big of a deal as food. At least you have your own farm. So here's what 7-Eleven is doing. 7-Eleven is basically limiting on how much you can go into a 7-Eleven and buy. So let's say you want to buy 10 Slurpees. They're only going to let you buy 2 or 3 Slurpees. Let's say you want to buy 4 boxes of tissue paper. They're only going to allow you to buy 1 box of tissue paper at a 7-Eleven. They do that now. They have a sign out, especially in Dallas. So that's what they need to do at the grocery store. They need to limit the amount that you can buy so we can start balancing out the market again, or what you can buy off the shelf, because this is killing poor people. The rich are fine because they already paid people to go out to buy their food for them, and they bought it massively. I say by bulk, but what I mean is they bought much of it. So they're starting to use food, the rich is starting to use food like a warfare. So my thing is, do not allow a rich person to go into a Kroger or Walmart and buy 15 packages of pasta, so that he can stay rich. There's a disease called the rich man's disease. I think it's when they eat too much white rice. But kings would get it. King's disease or something similar. Because they would stuff themselves with white rice. And they called it, I think, the king's disease or something similar to that. Or the rich man's disease or the king's disease or something. So we need to limit a person if they're trying to buy 15 things of pasta or something that's real cheap that poor people can buy, that's 86 cents. We need to limit them from buying 20 things of it, because that hurts other people that are trying to survive that don't have any money. Also, produce, I'm not even going to get into produce and what's going on with produce. Also, another thing that's cool too is that, well, not cool, but what's interesting is that when you buy something like pasta, it's usually packaged, so people can't really spit on it or whatever, you know what I mean? Like they can handle produce and put it back on they can handle an apple and then put it back onto the produce if they spit on it on accident or whatever. So it's perishable, but it can commute the virus more than like a package of noodles that's packaged. Anyway, these are things I've noticed. If you follow my channel, I've taken some photos or videos of some of the stuff that's gone missing. And this is the action of fear. So this is what happens with it happened with gasoline went crazy. No one could buy gasoline because everyone got afraid. So I don't know, it's impossible. Once the media gets a hold of everything, you know. My suggestion is limit the amount of what people can buy so that we can start leveling the market.